Hey everybody, it's Will and welcome back to another video. Yesterday I did a video about the cancellation of Gotham Knights and the renewal of Superman and Lois, but that was a renewal of only 10 episodes, a shortened season, along with the budget cuts that are going to follow with that show and probably the CW throughout as they kind of close the chapter of what we've known over the last almost 2 decades. But it did not take them long. They announced today that Dylan Walsh, who played Sam Lane, will not be back next season. He has been cut as a series regular. And I thought that was the end of it. I thought that was probably the one they could live without, that they could continue doing stories and it would not have that much of an impact. But as I was browsing around trying to find the information and everything, I come across an article that says we have about 6 other cast members that are not going to be back for next season, but maybe a little sprinkled throughout little bits of it as guest roles and this and that, but they're not going to be back as series regulars. Now, these cast members include everyone who plays Lana, her entire family, John Henry Irons, his daughter, and so we have about 7 cast members total that are not going to be back next season, which is kind of a shocker, but I kind of called it my last video. I was kind of joking and said, well, maybe they'll cut half the cast, and I kind of stepped back and said, oh, they'll probably just do one. But it turns out they're just going to cut 7 cast members as series regulars and just kind of keep the main family as the plot point, as the main focus of the story, as they should, because it is focused around Superman and his family. But they had all these supporting characters and these other supporting stories and these backstories and just little bits of this and that that they were going to introduce throughout the season. But with it being a shortened season, they just decided to say, fuck it, we're going to save all kinds of money and cut all these actors loose. But just all these side supporting characters they're just going to continue on without. And just, I really see this is going to be the last season of Superman and Lois. So I think with these 10 episodes that we're going to get, because we also got the introduction of Michael Cutlitz, who is going to play Lex Luthor. Now, they want to, I think that was probably where all their money is going. They're dismissing all these other people to bring him to the forefront and pay him probably tons of money in the process, and because they're probably going to make him kind of a big part of the what potentially could be the last season, because I really don't see it progressing past that point, because what more can they really do, because it seems like the CW is just stepping in and just kind of putting the brakes on anything that this show could have accomplished, because they're cutting money, they're cutting actors. And not only that, this is the last surviving DC property show on the CW. So chances are we're not going to get a 5th season. If we do, more than likely it's going to be HBO Max or some other streaming service swoop in to save it at the last second. Because it is a very popular show, and a good show at that. It has great writing and everything in between. And, I mean, you gotta love Tyler Hoechlin. He's a great actor. I loved him in Teen Wolf. But with them kind of putting the brakes on all of this and making this show half of what it was, it's just really a shame that more than likely this show will not progress past this current or past the next season, and we're going to miss out on a lot of story. Now, it kind of makes me think that maybe Jordan Elsas, as we know, who played the role of Jonathan Kent in the first couple of seasons, maybe he saw the writing on the wall, plus his mental health issues that he wanted to address and everything. Or maybe he saw something coming that the rest of us didn't, and that's why he just abruptly part ways with the show, because who knows? Because it has been made known, especially over the last few years, that the sets of shows, the production behind shows, the people involved in the process, there can be a lot of negative, nasty people involved that harass people and just do all kinds of things that could possibly ruin someone's career or whatever. And so it's with this that I doubt we get any more after this one, and this is probably going to be the goodbye to the CW as we knew it, because I don't think they're going to want to pursue anything after this, especially DC related, because they had their run on the CW, and the new leadership that's behind everything, they don't want anything to do with this. So I think we can safely say this is it. This is kind of the swan song as far as the DC universe is concerned within the CW. I think they're going to close their chapter within this story or whatever of the CW, because it's not going to be what it was at all. I think they're going to get past it, and they're just going to forget about all this and move on to whatever else they have planned, which from what I understand is not going to be shit. It's going to be another run-of-the-mill TV channel with no good programming, half-ass at best. So I guess I'm just glad that I got to actually be a part of this run of these shows, because there was a lot of good shows within the CW over the last 17 years, because we had a lot of our WB shows transition from WB over to CW and then finish out their run. Then we got this new generation and everything. But kind of with that little bit of rambling out of the way, it is sad that they're going to cut all these characters. I don't imagine they'll make much of an appearance through the next season, considering it is a shortened season. They'll probably put the main focus on Superman and Lex. But anyways, that is the little bit of news I want to bring your way that I just found out today, that we are losing all these cast members. And I would say that's probably going to put the final nail in the coffin. That is the CW after the next season of Superman and Lois. It's probably done. We're probably going to be without any more DC shows. At this point, they should probably just not pursue anything past this, because I think the glory days of all that are done. We got a lot of good run with Arrow and The Flash and everything, so I think it's probably for the best. But that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave the comments below, leave the likes. And as always, if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.